Hello everyone, welcome back to the Football Manager 2016 Valencia save. And this is episode 26 or 27, I'm not really sure. But it is September 1st, 2018, is the first, it's the beginning of Season 4. And as you can probably tell, it's the end of the transfer window. So that means we've got some transfers. And let me just say, this is one of the most up and down transfer windows I've ever had. It was aggravating, surprising, all at the same time. So let's just get into it. Let's start on the outs. Um, I was crying when this happened on the inside, but yeah, Leon Goretzka has left for Manchester City for £49.5 million. It was not my choice. It was a release clause. They kept coming to me with 20, 25, 30, and I just told them, and I kept telling them, bug off, you're not getting them. You're staying here. And as you can see, he's done great Premier Division so far for them. But yeah, I was actually gutted when he left. I didn't even see the email that they triggered the release clause, and we didn't even get that much of it just because of the what's it called, our transfer percentage. The board got all of it, but I don't think I only got like 20 million of it to spend or something like that. It was pretty crap. And also, he sold Santi Mina to Monaco for £14 million. He kept wanting playing time. He just wasn't performing, honestly. I just don't think he was worth the trouble. I thought he could have been a great striker for us in the future, but just couldn't do it. So he moved on for £14 million. Pretty happy with that. Here's a piece of business I'm very happy with. Jean Akpa to Everton for £13 million. I bought him for 14.5, and I knew I was overpaying, but I really needed a decent backup, and he just wasn't very good. He wasn't bad, but he wasn't good, so just told him to get on his bike and leave. And Rodrigo de Paul, backup left winger, we sold him to Roma for 8.5. Chelsea offered 9.5, but I guess he went to Roma instead just because. Not a bad player, but I had another player in mind with the money, so not disappointed. Salva Ruiz to Watford for £2 million. Not disappointed. He was out on loan a lot. I never really used him and never rated him too highly. He's got some decent stats. I could see for Watford how it would be a decent signing, especially since they're a championship side, but not worth the trouble. And they also signed Vinicius Araujo. He actually did really well one season at Getafe, and I was considering maybe bringing him a little bit of a spell here, but then he had a really poor season at Cordoba, so I just sold him on. Never had too much in him, and the series hero Matthew Ryan has moved on to Angers SCO for £1.8 million. I don't know why he's only worth £1.8 million, but I had to move him on because he was crying because Man United bid in for him. And then he got an offer, and then he said, I want to move, and I said, you know what, fine, cry about it. I'm not letting you go. And then people started kicking up a fuss, so I just transferred him. I got offers from Angers, Everton, and PSG. So he decides, I want a real step up from Valencia, so let me go to Angers. No disrespect to them, but in this save, they're pretty crap. And I was really angry about it, honestly. Why did he move? It just didn't make sense. Also, there was something we did, but it's not shown here, so I'll get to it. Also, let's start with the ins. We'll start from the lowest. Adrian Fishalba, we loaned him in from Napoli, but then we terminated the loan because he's non-European Union, so we couldn't register him. He just looked like a decent, fringe fullback, but, couldn't work out. And then Ryan Parmesan from Lorient. You guys already saw this. This was a prearranged transfer for $700K. Pretty happy with it. He's developing a little bit. Hopefully he can keep on going at the Mestia. Kiko Casilla, we needed a new goalkeeper. He was listed by Madrid for $2.6 million. And I thought, why not? He's good, he's Spanish, and that's what we need. He's got decent stats. I don't know why he's declining so much. Probably just because it's the beginning of the season. But yeah, 6'3", so good to have a goalkeeper with some height. And happy with that. And then we have a familiar face, Sofiane Feghouli, for £9.5 million, transfer listed by Man United, who we sold him to, and decided to go through with it. Because Ben Arfa, he just doesn't cut it anymore, honestly. He doesn't cut the mark for me. Fegouli's still got some really nice stats. He's really quick, good off the ball, great mentals, really good technical still. So I decided to go for him. He's going to be the backup right winger because Quincy is still the best one here. And Ben Arfa is just going to be kind of rotating in and about Cam and right wing, just bench player. So, and to try and make up for Leon Goretzka leaving to fill that position, I went for Granit Xhaka from Borussia Mönchengladbach for £17.5 million. I'm not saying he is the answer. I'm not saying he is going to replace him. He's not. He's not as good as Goretzka. But I think he's still got some really good stats, like 18 passing, 15 technique, 14 first touch, 14 long shots, 17 balance, 17 stamina, 18 composure. You just can't be too upset with him. And he's filling in at the same spot. But he's not going to be a guaranteed starter like Goretzka. He's probably going to rotate around with Witsel and stuff. But for $17.5 million, I'm pretty happy with that. And the biggest in on the window for us was Kostas Manolas from Roma for £26 million. And I'm very happy with this signing. He's a really good center back. 16 tackling, 16 marking, 15 heading, 16 positioning. Great mentals for a center back. What was that voice crack? But yeah, he's a great player. I'm super happy with this. Great physicals too. And $26 million is a lot. But yeah, I said what we need is a good center back before the season started, and that's exactly what I went out and did. I splashed most in the center back, and then I just kind of had to replace some people and get a new left back for the future in. So in this transfer window, there was £147 million spent between it. I think I just did the math in my head right there. 147. You know what? That's gonna be the title of this video. 150 million transfer window. But let's see the team selection for today. It's gonna be Kiko Casilla in goal, João Cancelo, Mustafi, Manolas, Gaia. We're gonna stick with Gomes. We're gonna go with Witsel, Quincy, Pastor, Costa, and Vieto. And then on the bench, we're gonna bring on Feghouli. And let's select the team. Oh wait, this is actually not the first match of the BBVA. I did the Getafe match. That was the first match. We won 4-1. Double from Costa, Mustafi, and Vieto. I just thought I wanted to finish the transfer window completely because Feghouli was a deadline day signing because we didn't have quite the money to complete it right when it happened because he was 9.5 million, but I didn't realize there were some fees that made it go up to like 11.5. So some money we got from other deals had to finish off. And I'm going to tell them to finish where you left off. And let's see. Everyone's responding somewhat well. And Vieto looks delighted. Now let's get into this match and hopefully beat Granada as well as we beat Getafe. Here it is. Manolas up to Pastor. Javier Pastor out wide to Quincy. Quincy Promes. Ooh, great switch to Gaia. Creates some space. Witsel into Javier Pastor. Crosses. Quincy Promes makes it 1-0. His first goal of the BBVA season. And that is exciting stuff from Quincy. He was a great signing, honestly. I think he only cost me $11.5 million. And I don't know why Madrid listed him for that cheap. But Witsel played it through to Pastor, who plays a really nice ball across. And Promes taps it away. 1-0 Valencia. Here it is. Quincy crosses. Gomes. Vieto. Oh, and that's a penalty. Vieto wins the penalty. Who's taking it? Witsel? Yep. Witzel is a good penalty taker. He's been taking them. I think he took most of them last season, I think. I knew he took everyone when he was on the field anyway. And he steps up, and he will... Oh, the keeper saves it. That looked like a good save. It looked like it was in the air. But, you know, can't tell in 2D. And here it is. Douglas Costa whips in a corner. Mustafi Gomes fires it into the back of the net. Andre Gomes with a great strike. And it's 2-0 Valencia. And we have been dominating this game. Let's see this highlight in 3D. Douglas Costa. Mustafi flicks it on. Gomes. I think that was a half volley. I can't really tell. But at least we can see the 3D highlights if you saw the Orlando episode yesterday. And here's Gaia in Javier Pastor. Douglas Costa down to Andre Gomes. Crosses to Quincy. Into the middle. And another penalty on Vieto. Vieto's winning all the penalties today. And Witzel's going to step up and take it again. This is ridiculous. Granada are really digging themselves a hole. And Axel Witzel will step up. And he puts this one away at least. 3-0 Valencia. Keeper couldn't save that one, although it was the same way. Let's see this highlight. And that, pretty good penalty. Hard to stop. Alright, it's halftime here, and we're up 3-0, and I'm going to say I'm very happy with the way things are going. Alright. Not many people look too happy with it. Then again, we've been making a lot of our set pieces and getting penalties. So everyone but Manolis and Vieto are looking happy right now, so let's get into the second half and hopefully expand. Casilla hits it up. Quincy, back to João Cancelo. Andre Gomes, Promes, and down to Cancelo. Cross, and it's an own goal. Yep. Look, I don't want to pronounce that, honestly. I'm sorry. But, yeah, the defense for Granada today is really having a nightmare. And that was what a great finish from the right back, I think it is. And here it is, Manolas into Andre Gomes, Pastor, and it's right to Marquez. I don't know who that is, but he plays it into Pina. Castellanos, that is not correct, but I know who that guy is. I think he plays for Frankfurt in real life. Wolf surging forward. He crosses Castellanos, and there it is, 4-1. Same result as the last game, actually. But as you can see, Mustafi picked up a facial injury, and he seems to get injured a lot, so hopefully that isn't a common theme again this season. Their keeper hits it out. Karaika, that is not how you say that, I can almost guarantee it. The striker into Wolf. And Mustafi intercepts. Gomes, Vieto, Douglas Costa can't pick it up, but Pastor plays it out of bounds. Not too bad. And that's full time. Valencia 4, Granada 1. And I'm going to say I'm pretty pleased with that victory. I don't know why people are not that happy about it. I think that was a really solid performance because Granada aren't that bad. And we are sitting atop of the BBVA with a +6 goal difference in 2 games. I was going to say, did Madrid draw their first game? But they did not. And I'll show you the Champions League group for the end of the episode, and then we'll cap it off right there. So, in our group, we have a group where I think we can go through. I don't think we'll win it, but I think we'll go through. We have Galatasaray, who aren't great. We have Bayern, Copenhagen. I don't think that's how you say it, but I'm going to try and sound elegant. And then Galatasaray and Bayern. That's how the schedule's going to go. So you guys will most likely see me back for... Maybe I'll do a Barcelona-Bayern live com. I don't know. If you guys would want to see a live com, let me know down in the comments. But if not, I'll probably just do the Bayern game. But anyway, guys, if you've enjoyed this video, leave it a thumbs up. And subscribe down below for more content coming your way. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.